Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious people, serious minded people. Tarot's been around for a long, long time, and there is some science to tarot, but it's not the science that people have been told. Tarot does not predict anything, really. Once in a while they get lucky. I've done tarot for over 20 years. In that 20 years, I've come to understand that tarot, at its highest, is the science of potential. It really deals most primarily with the individual, you, me. So that when you do a tarot spread, what you're doing is trying to really pick up on the frequency of the moment, the energy of the moment, and then see if anyone listening or viewing resonates with it. Now, I've done astrology and numerology for over 50 years, and this same rule applies to numerology, astrology, and tarot. When you do a reading, the reading will truly resonate with someone maybe 10% of the time, maybe 15. In other words, you put 10 people in a room, one, maybe two will resonate on a meaningful level with the reading. Doesn't make any difference what it is. Tarot, numerology, astrology, doesn't make any difference. Now, that doesn't mean it's a bad reading. It means that that energy, that frequency, does not apply to 8 or 9 people out of the 10. That's all. Okay? Life is not consistent. It's always changing. Frequencies are always changing. Energies are always changing. Focus is always changing. Opportunities always changing. That's the way it works. So to expect any reading to resonate with a whole bunch of people, or the majority of the people in the reading, is not wise. Now, tarot is something that really connects with the individual person. And that's the reason I do it. Because I use the astrology and the numerology, which I've done, by the way, for over 50 years, 20 years, I think I said, with tarot. The numerology, astrology I do because it's the science of cycles. You know, cycles, you can kind of intelligently guess what the energy is going to be at a given time when that cycle next comes up. So one of the things that astrology is particularly good at, numerology as well, but I prefer astrology, is laying out foundational energy. Say, for example, the planet Pluto, the planet Neptune. Right now, they're in a favorable aspect to one another. I'm not going to get too much into the astrology. It's a sextile. If you know astrology, you know what that means. But they are also changing signs. Neptune going into Aries, Pluto going into Aquarius. But again, 60 degrees, or what astrologers call a sextile, it's a friendly energy. Now, does that mean good things are going to come out of it? No, not a guarantee. Means that those two energies cooperate with one another. They don't fight one another. But that can be good or bad. If the lineup of energies is negative, then negative things will happen more easily. If the energy lineup is primarily positive, then positive things will happen. And I feel that numerology, astrology underlie something that I believe and only have come to recently, and that is the idea of fate. Life is fate. John Lennon of the Beatles said, life is what happens while you're busy doing other things. And he was kind of right. In everybody's life, I don't give a damn who you are, there's been luck. And lots of it. For a lot of people, it's bad luck, bad karma. For other people, it's a lot of good luck. You and I, we kind of fall in the middle. It's a combination of. And really, I don't care how rich you are, you still hit your shit days. There's no way around it. We can cover it up, or they can cover it up because they got money, and people go, oh, see, they got money. Whoa, yeah. Doesn't make any difference. We all live within our spirit. We all live within our heads. We all live within our hearts. You don't know what's going on. And frankly, you see these rich guys and rich women, rich people, think that they can buy everything and anything and anyone. So you see people like a Jeff Bezos or Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. You see their wives, and I put that word in quote because they're not wives in the traditional sense. They bought these women. Women go with the deal. Women don't have the same love factor that men do. Men will tend to be much more steady in their affections. Women, not so much. That's one of the reasons why you've had in the past harems or harems. One rich guy, a sultan, have a bunch of women at his disposal. Women are perfectly fine with that. So the situation is, you take a look at somebody like and I'm just pulling this out of my fanny, a Jimmy Page or Jeff Bezos. Take a look at the women who they're hanging around with. These women are bought and paid. And it's showing that these guys are afraid of dying. They don't have the ultimate power. Yeah, they got all the money, they got all the fame, they got all the riches, they got all the nothing. They're just like you and I. We're born to die. The question is, what do you do between the moment you're born and the moment you die? You don't have to save the world, but can you develop to be your best self? That's really the challenge for all of us. And so the astrology, going back to Pluto and Neptune, Pluto is the planet of evolution. Neptune is the planet of spirituality or illusion. Because there's a very thin line between spirituality and illusion or delusion. Very thin, and you can cross over real easily. So you take a look at what's going on in the world these days and you go, wow. There's a lot of hope for change, a lot of talk about evolving, getting better, really fixing. But then the Neptune side comes in, and it's like, are they really doing anything? Are they really doing a damn thing? One of the things that's brought that up today is the fact that in the news the last 24 hours, I've been noticing that people are talking about the JFK files were supposed to be released. We got nothing out of it. The Epstein files are supposed to be released. Didn't get anything out of it. We're not getting a lot of solid information about the economy. We get words, but we don't get the supporting facts. There's a lot of ambiguity. There's a lot of Neptune. The energy is the Pluto side. It's let's evolve. Let's get better. But the Neptune side says, you got to read between the lines. But if you do that, you may find out there's nothing there. So at this point, a lot of people, myself included, by the way, are very cautious about the new administration. Because to this point, there's been a lot of talk, but very, very little tangible. Again, the Pluto is the talk. Is, yeah, we're going to get it. We're going to do it. Oh, yeah. The Neptune side is, yeah, are you faking us? Are you faking us? And because Pluto and Neptune are in favorable aspects to one another, you can pull this kind of thing off. Now, it just so happens we're in a period just coming out of the eclipse. Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde. Again, as I've said last week, you're going to have to wait till the middle to end of April to really begin to sense this out. Maybe they're working on it. It's taking time. But when you're not getting the information about the RFK or JFK files, you're not getting the information about the Epstein files. You're really not getting good, solid, tangible information about the economy. Yeah, there's talk, but you're not getting hands-on kinds of stuff. You see, RFK now all of a sudden says he's in favor of mass vaccinations for children. And he said just recently the biggest crisis in America is anti-Semitism. Bobby, that's not what we wanted you to have this job for. We wanted you to make America healthy again. That has nothing to do with what you just mentioned. So when you see all of this stuff happening, you're people like myself go, okay, we are touching the controlling center of this entire thing, the thing that's been controlling us, literally, the astrology would indicate, for hundreds of years. And it's just gradually been building and building and building to the point now where none of these things is coming out like they said it would, and you got to wonder why. That's the Pluto, the desire to really improve, to change, to evolve, and then that's the Neptune. And to add it and make it even more a little complicated is the fact that Saturn's moving into alongside Neptune. So we're really taking a look at the power structures. We're taking a look at our government and questioning. So on that foundation, now let's go to tarot. Middle card, which is the Oracle card, talks about flexible. The number up in the right-hand corner is 19. 1 means beginning, 9 means coming to an end. It seems like a conflict. That's the problem right now. There is a conflict. People want change, positive change. But there's this unseen hand behind this. And it's not the deep state. It's even deeper than that. It's the people who control the deep state, who are keeping all of this information quiet. It's not coming to surface. It's not coming to light. It's not something that we can see. So this is a time, talk about being flexible, where you need big picture thinking. And with the Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde through at least the middle of April, I'd wait till the end of April, it's going to be a mystery. It's going to be a mystery. But you're not left high and dry. Here's the meme for today. When you don't listen to your spirit, you're going to learn through circumstances. You know in your heart. You can feel it. You can sense it. You know what's going on. But do you do anything about it? Well, having big picture thinking is probably the best way to handle it right now. Don't make decisions. Don't make judgments. Got the Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, eclipse energy. Stop. Take a breath. Wait till the middle end of April. From my point of view, we are at a time, I think, where, decision's going to have to be made. And if the administration that's in office right now fails the public, the masses, that may be the end of America, United States of America as we know it. Definite change. Not that it's going to disappear, but it's going to morph into something else. Question is, good or bad? Remember the Pluto-Neptune sextile, that nice favorable thing? Whatever happens, it's going to happen real easily. Now, the question is it going to be good or bad? Your big picture thinking, listening to your spirit, is what's important. And that takes us to our first card on the left, the Devil card. The devil is in all of us. The devil's in the details. It's the stuff that you can't readily see. It's the bondage. It's the despair. It's the addictions. We all have them. And that's the devil that we have to fight. If we can free ourselves, we can free the government. Question is, can we free ourselves? It's going to be a hell of a job. The next card is the Nine of Swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas, beliefs. The Nine of Swords, nightmares. Despair, distress, brooding. That gives more power to the devil. And that's where you give up big picture thinking. You have to be flexible. You have to take the blinders off, see the whole thing, and that's going to take time. Again, we got the Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, eclipse action. Wait till the middle or end of April, man. But there will come a time when you're going to know. And that's the next card, Six of Swords. Six of Swords shows these people leaving, going somewhere in a boat, and they got their six swords with them. They got what they know is true. They got what they know, what they believe. And they're deciding to leave, to go to someplace better. Now, could be a physical place, could be a mental, emotional, maybe even spiritual place. They decide to create their own matrix. We all do to a degree anyway. But what they're searching for is truth. Swords. That's what they're searching for. And the final card is the High Priestess. This is the antidote to the devil, to the Nine of Swords. The High Priestess says, keep the big picture. Use your intuition. Use your subconscious mind. You are feeling it. You know the answer. You've known the answer for a long time. But you just felt powerless. How the hell can I, one person, make a difference? Well, when you get in that kind of situation, you're giving to the devil energy. And again, it goes back now to the Pluto and Neptune. They set the stage. People around the world are interested in evolving, making it better. But they're not sure what they're looking at. They're not even sure where they want to go. They don't know even how to get there. It's all confusing. It's the Neptune stuff. Be flexible. Big picture thinking. That's what's required. Feel your spirit. Hold off till the end of April. And then I believe things will become a little clearer. We're not going to solve the picture, not going to get rid of the fog, but you'll see a little better. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow for another Tao Manifested reading. Between now and the next time you and I do get together, please, peace and blessings.